It's October 1st, and schools are just resuming. Two friends who met in school actually turned out to be good friends because they were studying the same thing and also had the same dream and passion. One name was Tunde, who was a year older than his friend Segun. So, this is how the story of Tunde and Segun began in the University of Lagos, known as Unilag. Tunde actually had ideas on engineering, that's local engineering, before he entered school to study engineering as a professional. While Shegu, on the other hand, wants to be a perfect engineer, but he had zero knowledge of basic things in engineering. So they both met in school, and since Tunde had experience, Shegu was very interested in being his friend as he would learn a lot of things. So Tunde was the one who helped in the hostel, electrical issues, and any other thing you could think of, phone problems, computers, laptop. Everybody in the hostel runs to Tunde to help them. Whereas Shegun, who is the young guy, he was able to meet with a lot of people and also help Tunde get more customers within the hostel and in school. So this friendship lasted for over 3 years. They were in school, and the more they get older, the more they get academically upgraded. So is their relationship and their bond began to upgrade and also grow bigger and stronger. As time was coming to an end, whereby they say farewell to each other after school, but Shego had other plans. Shego said, instead of I going back to my parents' house and you going back to your parents' house, why don't we stay together, get a job, and fix our life up together? At first, Tunde said his mom was the only one he had, and he couldn't give her the risk of thinking that he doesn't want to come back home. But if Shegun wants them to be together, then Shegun can follow him to his parents' house and they will live together and also find a better job together. Shegun bought the idea and decided to go with Tunde since after all, Tunde is his best friend and he don't mind breaking any rules for him. So they went to Ibadan to live with Tunde's mother. And when they got there, Tunde's parents, which is just his mother, as his father was late, invited them and she was very happy, brought them into the house, welcomed them, and made a favorite meal for them known as the Amala. Now, Shegu was happy, and Shegu also called his parents on phone to tell them his new plans to stay with his friend and also get a job before returning back home. They agreed, both parents got in contact and spoke to each other. Now, this is where the plot twisted. Tunde already was known in the public, in the premises, in the village where they stay because most people already know him through his mother. So Tunde was the first to get a job, but he get a job and he never made Shegun feel left out. He started giving Shegun part of his salary, and once upon a time, this man who Tunde helped at work to fix something in his car, though he wasn't a mechanic, but he had little ideas. This man liked Tunde and decided to help Tunde further his life. So he gave Tunde his car to call him the next day. Tunde came back, broke the news to Segun, his friend, and Segun was so happy and excited. In the morning, they both called the man, and the man asked them to come over to his office. Segun escorted Tunde happily, and when they got to the office, they were amazed by the size of the mansion that they were welcomed into by a lot of security, both armed and not armed. So when they got into the office, Tunde met with this man, and they started negotiating and talking and talking. The man told Tunde he has a company who deal on boat water transportation, but they need an engineer to help them in terms of any any repairs and engineering work they might be needing. Tunde was glad to get such a job, and Tunde, on the other hand, asked the man, can my friend Shego be employed with me? The man told Tunde that no, he just need one person because the space available is one person. Tunde said okay. Tunde took the offer and he was asked that he will be paid. He was told that he will be paid 10 million per annum. That's breaking it down to about 800,000 per month. So Tunde was happy and they went home with his friend Segun. Segun was also excited, even though he didn't get the job, but his friend did, and his friend also spoke out for him getting a job. So this friendship kept on growing and growing. But the first day of payment, the man called Tunde and told him that he was going to make upfront payment of 5 million naira to his account, and he should make sure in the morning he confirmed the transaction before resuming work. Tunde was glad and accepted. In the morning, they confirmed the money and it was in his account. Tunde gave Segun 500,000 from the 5 million to take for his upkeep, while he gave his mom 500,000 and kept 4 million in the account because those 4 million are salary for about 5 months, so he has to manage himself in the next 5 months. So this was how he has been working. But on the sixth month, when the man was meant to pay him another upfront salary, the man told him that he has a deal that will warrant Tunde to travel to overseas, Dubai to be precise, to work with a foreign board, and he needed Tunde to be at his best form. So the Tunde accepted and was willing. After his visa was processed and everything, Tunde, the man paid, the employer paid Tunde 50 million into his account, but Tunde's account wasn't big enough to accept such payments, and that was when he realized that he had a limited account. Segun, on the other hand, being his friend, and at that moment, decided to help Tunde collect the money so that he don't miss out on this opportunity. Tunde willingly accepted, and when the money was set to Segun account, it went through because Segun has a more prominent account, and that was how this bond began to grow. When they went home, Segun actually told Tunde that he wants to spend some time with the security as he has always been doing it since he does not have a job. So Tunde was happy, went inside, told his mom about it and everything. But by the time Tunde came outside, Segun was nowhere to be found. They asked the security where is his friend, and they said, "You mean your brother?" He said yes. They said he just left and he told them he was coming. Tunde, without suspecting anything, was waiting patiently for Segun to return. But it got to 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and Segun was nowhere to be found. And that was when they raised an alarm that Segun is missing. Tunde was still in doubt if Segun actually betrayed him or stole his money, but he just believed that Segun might have gone to a place where he don't know and that it's finding it difficult to come back. They tried reaching him on phone and everything. They called out his parents the next day, and his parents confirmed that Segun hasn't come home. So now the search kept on going, and this man arrested Tunde because he couldn't deliver the money, he couldn't deliver the business he was sent to do, and he couldn't complete the travel. Tunde was locked up for 3 good years, and Segun was on the run for 3 good years. Nobody heard from Segun, nobody knew if he died, if he stole the money, or if he had betrayed his best friend. Now, when Tunde served for 3 years and he was finally released, not just because he has served for the money he lost or anything, but because he was given another chance to come work for this man and pay back gradually, which was what his parents went to plead for. So the man accepted, and Segun was working, and part of his salary was being used to settle the debt he was owing. On the fifth year, someone reached out to Tunde telling him that he saw his friend Segun living large in Lagos, and while he asked about Tunde, Segun said he does not know who Tunde is. So that raised an alarm, and the man actually accepted to take Tunde to the club where he do see Segun every night. And when they got there, Tunde went there with policemen and they stay hidden. And when it was Friday on the 17th of October, Segun came partying, and that was how he was caught with his ladies and also friends that he was partying with. Anyways, that is the story of Segun. Segun was finally arrested and he was taken to court, and also finally he was jailed for 7 years. And the money that was recovered from Segun at the moment was just 11 million naira, which means he has squandered about 39 million from the 15 million that was stolen from his friend. So this is the story of Tunde and Segun. The lesson you might want to learn from this video is never to trust anybody. People might change, people might not change, but still on, do not trust anybody. Get your guards high and always stay focused. This is the story of two best friends who almost lost their life fighting for money, because at the verge of this, Tunde almost committed, I don't want to call the name because of YouTube, but Tunde almost took his own life in the jail while he was being there. And after he was released, he went through years of mental loss, mental craziness, or anything. But that's the case. And after he was convicted of all the crimes, and he was asked to come to work for his boss and pay gradually. When they finally caught Segun, Segun was already living lavishly and he had spent most of the money. So Segun was asked to serve 7 years imprisonment and also pay back the ones that was recovered from him. This is the story of two best friends who later turned to enemy. What are your thoughts concerning this video? If you enjoyed Money Tells It, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next one.